Hey everybody, Chris here, out here exploring America on two wheels. Today I'm riding my 2000 BMW R1100 RT. With me is Patrick. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing. The weather was clear. I've been stuck inside pretty much all week, not feeling so well, so you can probably tell by my voice. So I decided to reach out and see if Patrick was available. The rest of the gang, Roger and Frank, I believe, are over at the Palmetto ADV rally, which I wasn't going to be able to do this weekend. So Patrick and I decided to come up here and head north on the parkway as far as we could go. It's a beautiful clear day. I think the temperature's probably in the 60s. I don't know for sure. I can't tell on this bike, but so far it's been amazing. As I said, the sky is clear. There's no haze at all, so the scenery is amazing.
It is currently 64 degrees.
64.
Yes, we are up here by the craggy mountain overlook, and we are now heading south. And we just came out here, just like Christopher said, last minute. He sent me a message. I had some errands I had to finish that I was procrastinating until he sent me the message. And then I got them done, so I could hop on the bike and go for a ride with him. I also did not go to the Palmetto ADV rally because of those errands and these things I have to do this weekend. We are actually getting the little kid a day early, so that's good that I stayed home. But we wanted to talk a little bit about TIMFEST 2026. You're going, correct, Chris?
I'm absolutely planning on it. Yep, I've got my schedule marked off. I've got the vacation requests in because some of us still have to work and actually request days off. But yeah, so I've requested it, and ironically, it's my birthday week. So if anybody asks me what I want for my birthday, I just want peace and quiet, and I want to go to South Dakota.
Yep. Now, you had a little bit different plan to begin with to get out to South Dakota. So tell us a little bit about how that's all happening now.
So initially, we were going to trailer the bike out, which is still planning on trailering, but my wife Annie was going to, well, she kind of looked into her availability for her vacation time and how her work schedule is, and it's going to be very difficult. She may not be able to get the amount of days that we need, and I anticipate it's going to probably be a 10-day trip because I plan on not killing myself to get there. I think it's between 1,600 and 1,800 miles depending on what route I take, but I'll be breaking it up over 3 days each way, and I'll probably stop and see some sights along the way. But like I said, unfortunately, she doesn't believe she can make it. I mean, it's still subject to change. She still might be able to pull some miracle off at work, but at this point, I think unfortunately I'm going to have to head out by myself and then meet up with the folks out there.
And meeting with the folks out there, whether you trailer, whether you ride, no matter how you get there. Frank actually flew in last year and rented a bike.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't matter because the whole point is the people and being there. And oh my gosh, it's a blast. The riding is phenomenal, and there's so much in such a small area that, yeah, you're gonna love every second of it. It is too bad that she may not be able to go, but
so the other option, now we were just talking, it just kind of came to me, there's no reason why I can't ride out there, bring the bike, set up camp, and then have Annie fly in for that long weekend.
Yes.
And then I could drive her back to I don't know where the closest airport would be, but if I'd get her to fly in, at least she can come spend the weekend with us.
Yep.
And then I can let her fly back home, and then I will make the trip home in the truck.
Yep. I believe the closest airport is going to be Rapid City.
Rapid City, okay.
I believe that's where Frank came in last year, and of course he rented a bike, but you would meet her at the airport. I don't know, you could do either one. You could, well, she'd probably have luggage and stuff, so.
Yeah, so I'd go pick her up in the truck.
Right, pick her up in the truck, and if you're trailering, that works out perfectly.
Yeah.
And then, yes, then you could do all these amazing rides with her.
Right.
And
the group, yeah.
And the group. If you get there, I don't know, say you get there Friday morning.
Yes.
And she's not flying in till either Friday evening or Saturday morning or whatever.
Sure.
you can ride with us, we can do some things, and then when she gets there, you could do even the same exact thing, or you know, a whole different thing, because there's so much to do in such a short little area.
Sure.
You know, that when you buy the Custer State Park Pass, which brings you to the Wildlife Loop and Needles Highway, Iron Mountain, and all that, that pass is good for 7 days.
Oh, okay.
So if you, the thing is, you have to have, that pass gets attached to the vehicle, not to the person.
Okay.
So if you take both bikes, you want to go into the park with whatever bike she's going to get on with you.
Yes.
If you think she'd rather drive, then you want to go in the first time in the truck.
Yes.
I don't recommend that, because the roads are narrow and fun, and yeah, you definitely want to do it on a bike, especially the Wildlife Loop. You've told me how Annie is with animals.
Yeah.
She would absolutely just love the Wildlife Loop on the back of a bike.
Good.
Especially when you get to the burrows, the so-called wild burrows.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to feed them, but everybody feeds them.
Oh, yep.
So they just come walking right up to you.
Right.
So I bet she would love that.
That's funny. Yeah, and then she could pet the fluffy cows.
I wouldn't recommend it unless you've got a really big insurance policy on her.
Speaking of, I forgot to tell you, speaking of fluffy animals, on my way up here, just after, I think, Route 70, the on-ramp, I was on the Parkway, vehicles were slowing down because there was a mama bear and 2 baby cubs.
Oh, no kidding.
On the side of the road, and they didn't even look phased.
No, yeah, they aren't. Not in that area?
Nope.
Did you have your camera running?
I did not, and it was that's because it was still in the thing, and I kicked myself.
Yep.
Originally, I said I'll just wait until I meet up with Patrick, and then I'll take it out and start using it. But I never had it going, and I can't get to my phone, and I didn't want to come, stop within 100 yards of these things, and
no, not with mama and babies.
Yep.
You know, they act all like they could care less, but you get in mama's vision, she's not going to be happy. So anyway, yeah, so you're going to be out there at TIMFEST with the rest of us.
That's the plan.
Looking forward to it. Man, it's going to be fun. And buy some extra SD cards, because you will need them.
Yes.
And if you can, you had mentioned to me one time previously that you actually considered a 360 camera.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. That'll be a guarantee.
Yeah, if you're going to get a 360 camera, do it before you go out there.
Of course. Yeah, you get a chance to play with it and get used to it first.
Yep. If you bring both bikes and you only use one, you bring it back.
Yep.
You know, it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of advantages to taking both bikes.
Right.
Now, it is going to add more weight, which will probably hurt your gas mileage a little bit.
Right.
But again, if you bring both and one of them never leaves the trailer, well, so be it.
No big deal, yeah.
But yeah, that would be awesome if she can fly out.
Yeah.
Because one, she doesn't have to go through all that travel, and two, you'd have her out there to explore and see Rushmore and all that stuff. And the one thing about TIMFEST too is that there's never anybody saying we're doing a whole group ride. Everybody's got to come along.
Right.
Tim says right from the get-go, everybody does whatever they want to do. Right. He says, I'm going here today. Anybody want to come with me? Great. A bunch of people say yeah. Some say no. They're going to go do their own thing. Sometimes you're starting a group and this group splits up. So, you know, if you and Annie are out there and you want to go to Devil's Tower,
just go.
Most likely it'll be just the two of you.
Yep.
Because it's like a 3-hour drive.
Oh wow.
I think. But 2-hour, 3-hour drive, whatever it is, you could say, you know what? I'm going to go to Devil's Tower, but we're going to take the truck.
Yeah.
Or you say, yeah, I really want to ride the bike through that area.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, it is pretty cool going to Devil's Tower on the bike when all of a sudden you see this little itty bitty tower in the distance.
Yep.
And then you're like, holy cow. I know that thing's huge. I'm still a long way away from it. I'm glad that we were able to discuss South Dakota.
Yeah.
And I will say that I hope your viewers have a great day.
Yes.
And I hope that they can go see a little bit of America on two wheels.
All right. Thank you, Patrick.